Coach, you're starting practice this week. Like you said last week, was academics.
Yep.
What's the focus this week? Are you throwing the tape with Rice?
Yep. Yeah, coordinators got after that yesterday. Probably half recruiting, half Rice. I guess what is that? A third Rice, a third recruiting, a third young guy development is kind of what it is right now. Finished up really good academically, so that was really good to see. And then we've been out on the road recruiting, doing that. We still got some coaches out on the road recruiting. The older guys went about 10 periods today, more individual, just kind of getting back in the swing of things, running around, getting back in shape, let the young guys really get after it at the end. And that's always good to see because, some of these guys that either redshirted or walk-ons or guys that haven't played a lot, getting those live reps and getting out there and tackling and throwing the ball around and catching. And so that's always good to see, kind of a head start on spring ball. And man, we knew we had some good players in that kind of group, but this always time of the year you find maybe one or two of those guys that maybe play in the bowl game and kind of help you on either special teams or something like that, or provide quality depth. So I thought today was a really good day, really was.
You talk about those young guys didn't play time during the season. Do you think we'll see more of them after they develop over the season? A lot of high reps, out there a little ready.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I thought PJ had a really good day today. It's always good to get him out there and let him run around and throw the ball. And he's just so dynamic with his legs, man. He really is. He's a special player. I thought JoJo did a really good job. Joe Landry on defensive line, he did a really good job. He's a really good player. A couple of those young safeties, had a good day. So I don't know about for the bowl game, but they had a good day.
We've seen some portal fallouts.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like any of the starters or a lot of players, guys like TJ Finley, guys like Ismail, Mahdi.
Yeah.
Anticipate them playing the bowl game just for the record?
Yeah, they'll be playing the bowl game to my knowledge, and they're locked in, ready to go, and I've talked to both of them. Both of them have schools hitting them up, but I think they're really happy here, and it's one of those deals where I think the type of season we had, the way we treat our players, they really enjoy it here, and hopefully they decide to stay.
How much does the success in year one change the recruiting pitch this year to guys that maybe it was when you first started?
Yeah, I think it changes a little bit, just because we have proof of it now, and now we're a program on the rise. There was a lot of question marks year one. We were kind of selling a dream. Now they can really see it, and I think we have a lot coming back next year, and I think this program's headed to new heights, and I really believe we can do something really special next year. Obviously, we want to finish it off the right way. This year is the main focus, but talking about recruiting and bringing guys in and adding some pieces here and there, I think we got a chance to be really special.
How do y'all go about juggling kind of the schedule you just got?
Yeah.
It's portal time, it's early signing period.
Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of balance, not a lot of sleep. Going to sleep at 1 o'clock, waking up early, getting, checking the portal, making sure your high school guys are getting talked to and getting the attention they need. And then also your own guys, just like you talked about, your guys on your roster. So it's a tricky spot you're always in, especially now with the way college football is. But it's been good, and that's the part I really enjoyed, to be honest with you. Just kind of the go. 35 years old now. Had a birthday. Didn't get a text from any of y'all. So you did text me. Yeah, you did text me. So one of those deals. But 35. It's crazy. Yeah.
Transfer portal. Can you go back like a year ago with PJ? What was that process like? You came from Power 5 type stuff.
Yeah.
What was your approach to that? Get him to come here.
Yeah, I think it was one of those deals where, kind of like I was talking about earlier, kind of selling them the dream, selling them the vision, and he came in here and did it just like Ish. Come in here and he's first team All-American. And that's always good when you can talk about, hey, this guy was at this school, or maybe not playing here, or at a FCS school, and decided to come here. And now they're all conference, they're all American. I think that always helps when you're recruiting, because there's proof in it, and the development, and so it's obviously very, very fortunate to have TJ come here and had a really good season. And I think one of those deals, I think this bowl practice for him will be great too, getting those extra reps and getting ready for this bowl game and playing on ESPN. And it's great for his future as well.
What do you think your biggest selling point was at the end of the day? Him coming here straight up.
Yeah, I think just the offense, and the coaching that he would get, and I think both sides are very happy with how it turned out, and continue to get better.
You've had the experience playing in a ball game. What is that? How important is it getting these extra reps during a time where normally you don't get these extra reps?
Yeah, it really is. It's big for development of your program, and you're bringing these recruits out here, and you got bowl practice to have them, watch you and do all that. It's big for the program, and obviously the exposure you get, from the game itself is really good. So, and just saying, hey, we're bowl eligible, we're going to a bowl game, and so all that is big.
Being at Tulsa, what was your experience like playing in these bowl games?
I think it was always positive. Your family gets to come see you play. It's always a little unique, and that's what I was telling the guys. Like, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Like, we had a lot of fun out there today. It's gonna continue to have fun, but it's the bowl games are fun when you win them. When you lose them, it's like one of those type deals. So we're gonna have fun, but we're also gonna get our work done and make sure we're focused on the right things.
How many more guys are you expecting to sign on the 16? You have a handful committed, but
Yeah.
what is your rough estimate?
We'll see. It's just always a fluid situation, and we'll kind of see what it looks like on signing day. There's always some prizes and guys that are added there. So
it seems like you guys had, you can get specific names of commits this weekend. How many did you have?
We had a couple commits there, and got a couple guys on campus today. Guys that are showing up later in the week and this weekend. So this whole week will be big for us, because it goes dead next week. So this is kind of like the last time you get in front of them and their families until it goes dead. Now there's especially for the high school kids. Now in January it opens back up for the portal kids a little bit, but we're hoping to get most of it done before then. Just because they got to find an apartment, they got to get all that, or I'm talking about the transfers, not high school kids. They're in dorms first year, but so it's just one of those deals where this next week will be really big for us. This week, what I'm talking about right now.
How long did you guys to get this win and not just have that mindset of, hey, we made it to a bowl, but just go out there and win?
Oh, for sure. And I just based off the practice today and the meetings, I thought today was really good, and guys are excited and flying around, and it should be a really good game. I'm excited about it. Like I told you, the matchup, the getting to stay in Texas, I was just really fired up for it. Yeah. I think probably I don't get to campus a lot, but online, the social media, and just the excitement from fans, and I think a lot of alumni in Dallas are really excited to get to go to the games, and I think we are sold out of our tickets and all that. So I think it's going to be a at least packed house on our side.
Just looking at the tape on Bryce, what do you expect from this Rice?
Yeah, I got to dive into it a little bit more. The coordinators have really watched it. All my focus has been on recruiting and academics this past week. I've watched just a little bit, but not enough to comment to give you an educated answer.
Having recruited, not only high school players transfer, portal, but also junior college. What is that balance of just trying to making sure you're kind of hitting?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it's funny, just the roster management part of it. I really enjoy, and learned a lot from year one, and like I've talked about last week, kind of it'll be funny to see what what coaches, especially new coaches, decide to do, what paths they decide to take. Are they going to get a whole bunch of transfers? Are they going to go high school? Are they going to go a good balance? I think it all depends on your roster and probably your school that you're at. I think it's still about the high school kids getting enough of those guys to develop and get those guys ready to go and the culture part of it, and then the fine balance of finding those transfers that can come in and play and so that's kind of what we're doing right now. We're trying to find that balance and figure that out. And the junior colleges are somewhere in between. They got a couple years left. They want to play, but they're usually not going to be pouting if they don't play because they're so happy to get out of junior college. So you got to find a good balance there between high school, junior college, and transfers. And you got your grad transfers that usually have 1, maybe 2 years left. And then, your 4-for-4 undergrad transfers, really you're stuck with those guys. So if you sign an undergrad 4-4 transfer, you're stuck with that guy. He ain't going nowhere. So you got to find that balance of knowing the roster management part of it.
Coach, I know you've done it a million times. How would you describe the offense? What makes it appealing for you?
Yeah, I think it's just quarterback driven. I think, for us, starting myself playing quarterback and Coach Leftwich being a former quarterback and just the style of offense with the tempo and throwing the ball around and getting real coaching. So I think it's a great place to play quarterback for sure. I mean, look at the numbers and the quarterbacks that played in the system and what they do. And I think too, that goes back to the evaluation of the quarterback and bringing the right guys in here that fit your system. But really we've kind of showed that we can do it with any quarterback, drop back, dual threat, somewhere in between. But I think it's finding somebody with a trait that's unique. And I think, obviously TJ is his size and his arm strength and his accuracy and his intelligence are some of the things that really pop off, really the screen to me when I watch him.
Coach Bailiff, he's been a integral part of Texas State, winning conference championship as a player, head coach now. He's seeing this program going to their first bowl. What does he mean to this program? Has he kind of helped you adjust like 5 and 6 months?
Yeah, Coach Bailiff is awesome, and he's somebody that strategically I put his office right next to mine, and just little things that he'll share with me, talking about the bowl game or talking about certain things that he has a lot of experience with that maybe as a head coach I don't. This is my first bowl game as a head coach, so just talking to him about some of those things, and obviously I got other coaches I've talked to about all that kind of stuff. But somebody that's in house that's done it at a high level and won a bunch of games and done it the right way. It's always good to have someone in your corner like that.
The last couple of years, we've seen the transfers reach the double digits around here, and we were just talking about earlier, it's not there, and a lot of re-recruiting your own players and building culture.
Yeah.
Keeps guys here. But what is that culture? We hear culture a lot. When you think about the culture that you wanted to instill in these players that keeps people here?
Yeah.
What is that?
I think winning helps that. Talking about and there's always going to be guys that leave, and sometimes it's good for those guys to leave. That's one thing I like about the portal. Like, it gives you guys an opportunity to go play somewhere, and so I'm good with all that. Now there's certain things I don't like about the portal, but I think we had a recruit here today, and he was just here at practice, so it's good and the first thing I say, what'd you think about practice? He said, I love the energy, and I love that I can be myself. I can feel that, and I think that's something that I strive to do. There's a certain there's a fine line there with guys being able to show their personality and being themselves, and then the discipline aspect of it. So I think I would say that's the culture of guys having fun, being able to show their personality, but also getting to work and knowing that that's how you win championship is the hard work and the discipline. And like we talked about previously, I think that's something that will continue to get better the more we're here, the more we're able to coach these guys and just be around them and develop those relationships. Because I do, I love these guys, and they love our coaching staff, and we have a lot of fun. But it fires me up, and this is something that's been really cool for me. when Ashton Hawkins send me his grades over the break, and it's, he's got all A's and B's, like, to me that fires me up, because I know that he knows that that's important now, because the way he handles himself in the classroom translates to the field, and all that kind of stuff. So to me that's really fun for me as a head coach. It's like these guys are my kids almost, and you're kind of developing them as people, and so that's to me is what makes this place special.